Slow down. You're moving too fast. Gotta make this morning last. Do-do-do. Feeling groovy.
Now you said the line specifically, you know.
Huh?
Now you said the line specifically, you know. Now you just took the song entirely.
I did not take the song entirely.
Hey, you at least gotta change that in. Doesn't like in the morning.
Oh, doesn't like to. Man, we almost had it. You gotta mess it up. It's black people at brunch.
She's very serious about it.
It's black people at brunch. Delivering you the brunch news today. Hello. Yeah. So today we are at. We don't have like a little thing to show you.
Menus.
They took the menu.
South Chicken and Waffles.
Yeah, we're at the.
Some of this stuff out the way, yeah. Sorry.
It's okay.
I'll move that chair out.
We're at the South Chicken and Waffles.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I'll move this chair out of the way. There we go. You can put it in. Sorry.
I'm going to edit that out. Okay. So we are at the South Chicken and Waffles. I don't have like a little thing to show you. They took our menu. We already ordered. What do we?
What'd you order?
I ordered the fish, catfish, and grits. I'm like really hungry, so so hopefully this tastes really good.
Yeah, I ordered the what was it? The Carolina blue hotcakes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's essentially blueberry pancakes with the some cream cheese topping on top of it. Super delicious.
So
So this is the South Chicken and Waffles. So we would typically get the chicken and waffles, but for me, like I'm not a fan of chicken and waffles anywhere really, and I guess this is it with the move.
I didn't want chicken and waffles. I don't mind chicken and waffles. I've had it at a couple of places. I just wasn't feeling it today. I'll do it for you next time maybe. I don't know. I wanted the fish and grits. It looks good. So yeah, we are at Chicken and Waffles, and we're not having chicken and waffles. I'm sorry. But yeah, you'll see the fish and grits, and then you'll see the pancakes, the Carolina hot cake. What's the difference between a hot cake and a pancake? Is there a difference?
I don't know. Like I know for griddle cake, I kind of feel like I expect more crisp, but like
So wait, so there's
cake.
griddle cakes,
Yeah.
there's hot cakes, and there's pancakes.
Yeah. Or hotcakes, I don't know. I think they're the same thing as pancakes, really. I mean, they're hot. I mean,
They're hot.
yeah. I think it's the same thing.
So what's the difference? So a griddle cake you expect to be more crispy?
That's what I think. Unless I'm mistaken. Like, so I know if you get if I had the griddle at home, like that's like not going to be as crispy, but like I guess. What I expect a little more of a crisp is like more like if you're using like a cast iron probably.
Yes, you expect like that crust on the edge, like that crispy on the edge. Yeah, I get what you're saying.
I think a lot of places call them griddle cakes, but they usually have something crisp. But like some places don't.
Yeah. So we're trying something new. We have some mic action going on here. So we got we're trying to work on our sound for you guys. Yeah, speaking to the mic. No, we're trying to work on our sound for you guys. So we're gonna see how this works out. But
thank you.
Yeah, thank you. Would you like a little bit more children? No, I'm fine. Thank you.
You gotta get on my level.
Huh?
Gotta get on my level.
With the coffee?
Yeah.
Because you drink an enormous amount of coffee? I don't think that's the thing that somebody should aspire to.
No, gotta reach that mountaintop.
I will say the coffee is amazing. I don't know if it's just hitting the spot. I kind of want to know what kind of coffee they're using. But yeah, so today's topic. So we are going to do take 3. So you guys don't know this, but this is the third time we've tried to do this topic, and we're gonna see if it works out today. But today's topic is gonna be about how we met, and then we're gonna tell our
again,
and we're gonna tell our worst date stories. Yeah, and then just some dating, about our dating and how we got to where we are and stuff like that.
You wanna start it off?
Huh?
You wanna start it off?
Okay. Well, no, you tell how we met.
Last time you started off. Oh, how we met? Okay. Yeah. So we had been talking for a while online. Well, first of all, we both did our Tinder thing, but that's actually where we met. That's not how it happened. You know what I mean? You know?
Yeah.
So
I talked to him. I initiated. Wait.
she said she initiated as in she said hey. That doesn't
I said
count.
hey.
That doesn't
Saying
count.
hey in social media means basically like, hey, I want to marry you.
That's a double standard. What?
Like
Hey, I wanna marry-
that's basically like, hey, I think you're off. I swiped right, and if it were not for me, we wouldn't even be together. So whatever. Go ahead.
Yeah, okay. But like that's a double standard. So as a woman, she can just say hey, hi, whatever. But women will get mad if all you say is hey because they have nothing to respond to. Like I learned when I was doing online dating, I had to end every response with a question, or else I'd get ghosted because no one would want to talk back because they'd have to think about, wait a minute, okay, so what do you want to talk about next?
Well, because I mean, but that's in real world too, though. Like as a guy,
If I don't answer the question, you're going to talk
as
to
a
me?
guy, if you walk up to me in public and you're just like, hey, I'm like, hey.
No, I mean like I understand that part, but I'm talking about like even if we have a conversation going, you know, like every conversation there has a natural lull, everything, and so like you know, do I have to end it with a question, or if she won't keep on talking to me?
No, I don't think you have to like end it with a question, but I don't think you have to end it with a question online. What I do think is you have to be engaged in the conversation. You can't just be like, hey, what's up?
Yeah, I am engaged in the conversation. I've had it where like I've talked this. I'm not just like leaving it high and dry. I'll have a whole like calmly talk it out. I'll explain talk something, but like you know it reaches a logical end at the end. It's not necessarily another question, but there's something for her to respond to. But she doesn't respond because like I don't. You just want to put the brain cells in to think about it. Compared to if it's a question, there's clearly something she has to respond to.
I don't know, because I've talked to guys. Like I think
It all comes down to because the way online dating works for women versus how it works for men.
Yeah.
If you think about men have to try harder compared to women, you know, get inboxes.
we have to like to like filter out all of the messages that we get.
Exactly.
It's like hey, but that's what I'm saying though. So we'll have like 20 messages that say hey, 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 hey.
Yeah.
It's like
Which is my point is like you can't just say hey, you know, like that's unacceptable for a man, but apparently it's acceptable for a woman. You know,
yeah, but as a guy, it's not. But it's not like oh, you have to be engaging because women just ghosting you like crazy. Like that's who we are. Like no,
like you mentioned, you have an inbox flooded with men. So basically,
you just have to stand out.
yeah. Which to stand out, you have to be engaging. You have to end with questions. You have to keep the conversation going.
Yeah. But
The
some
minute
guys.
she has to think about it, that's one extra
Yeah,
second.
but when you say it like that, like, oh, the minute she has to think about it, like we don't like to think.
No, I don't mean that as in like don't like to think. I'm just talking about literally. It's like think about this. If you were in a shopping mall or something like that, not like all I did is like if every guy approached you at the same exact time, saying, "Hey, try to have a conversation with you." The person who who has who keeps on talking and keeps the conversation going is going to win out that battle.
Yeah.
That's exactly what's happening.
Yeah, because there's like a video online of like typical dating nowadays, like online dating, and it's like you'll ask a guy like, so what do you like to do for fun? And he'd be like, nothing. Or it isn't like so. Have you seen that video? It's like
I haven't seen that
he'll
video.
be like, or it'll be like, so you don't do anything? He's like, just a little bit. So I be working a lot. I'm like, so all you do is wake up in the morning, go to work, and then go to sleep. You don't watch TV. You don't go bowling. You don't hang with your friends. You don't hit a bar. Nothing. You just wake up in the morning. You go to work, and then that's it. That's your whole life.
So the thing you gotta
No
think
hobbies.
About, the thing you gotta think about with online dating, it's basically like an interview. You know, like you gotta be prepared for all the off the ball topics.
That's not a hard question. What do you like to do for fun? That is the
You're right,
simplest question.
but not exactly. So let's say for me, for instance, like I like to play video games, for instance.
Alright, so here we go. It's a little on the hot side.
That looks delicious.
It does look good.
I told you it was a good choice.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh, and waiting on scrambled eggs. Other than that, do you want anything else?
That's
I think we're good.
It looks amazing.
All right.
Thank you. All right, guys. This looks.
Take a picture.
Picture. Where's
Yeah.
Hand me my purse. Get my phone out of my purse. Y'all gotta see this food. I'm gonna post.
That looks really good.
Yeah. Can I take a picture?
Get the right angles.
But
You want to put it back in?
y'all got it. So I'm gonna post right here. I don't want to cover my face. So right here, and then I'll post links right here.
Yeah.
And
It's right next to Mike, so you might hear my bacon sizzling. That's how good it looks.
that's how good it is. So it looks amazing. I'm ready to dive in.
Yes.
So
I lost your train of thought. What were we talking about?
we were talking about how we met. So we met online, typical online dating. And I will say, when people ask me about meeting somebody online, meeting my husband online, I think that I wouldn't tell people that online is the best way to go. What I will say is you have to be very patient, like really patient, because you're basically weeding through.
Thank you.
Like, thank you. You're basically weeding through, trying to find like that diamond in the rough.
But yeah, but you say that about actual dating too, as well.
Yeah.
I mean, unfortunately, in our times, like people are kind of put off by actually meeting people in person nowadays. Like now, like that is literally the only way you're gonna meet someone is going online.
Yeah.
No one wants to put themselves in risk of like not knowing if you're single or not or any of this stuff.
Yeah, because I mean, do people even approach people in person anymore? Like,
Very rarely.
Like,
There's a small subset, and those are the type of people who are approaching naturally anyway. I mean, like honestly, in this day and age, you probably could clean a house by walking up to someone and having good personality, charisma, and like talking.
yeah, no. In this day and age, people will call the police on you. You just randomly walk up to somebody, hey, how you doing today? In Walmart, you know what I'm saying? Like, hey, how you doing today? I see you're buying grapes.
I mean,
like,
if you're saying you're a single woman, a guy that you find attractive walks up to you and starts trying to have a conversation with you, you're just gonna be like, oh my god, I'm touching your purse. Oh my god, where are you going?
Stranger danger, yeah.
No, I think that approach still works today and age, but like now with online dating, you don't need to do it as much.
Yeah.
And so, not to mention, you spend a lot less time waiting because you are wasting your time because you know on online dating, well, this person obviously is looking for someone to date because they're on an online dating profile.
Yeah. Like, I think that, I don't know. If I was single and a guy walks up to me, I would probably talk to him, but I will say it would be weird. Like, I can't remember the last time, the last time a guy was like flirting with me, I think I was at a gas station. Right, maybe like last year sometime.
Them gas stations, real hookup places.
Yeah, that's where they get you at, right there, the gas station. You know what I'm saying? You walking in the gas station, you're pumping gas, and they're like, hey.
She could have had a gas station man.
Yeah. So, worst date. So, doing online dating, we have a lot of bad dates.
Mm-hmm.
We go through a lot of bad dates. And so, my worst date, hands down, is the only time I've ever ran. Like, I have a thing in the past where I will always see a date through. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm not going to bail on you. I'm not going to ghost you. You know, and I would tell you, like, nah, it ain't going to work out. My worst date, I had met this guy online. I think it was like Plenty of Fish or like Tinder or something. I don't know. And, no, it had to be Plenty of Fish because Lance is the only person I've ever met on Tinder. And so he was like, hey, let's go to Dave & Buster's. Is it Dave & Buster's? Yeah, Dave & Buster's. And I was like, okay, cool. I had, at that time, I had never been. And he was like, oh, you know, we can play some games, yada, yada. And he seemed like a cool dude. So I get to Dave & Buster's, and he's like, let's eat first, and then we'll play some games. So we start eating, and he immediately goes into, like, the hot topics. He's like, what religion are you? And I was like, I'm like, who brings up religion on the first date, right? So I'm like, okay, yeah, whatever, let's do this, right? So I was like, I'm a Christian. He's like, oh, well, I worship Satan. I'm a Satanist. And now at this point, I think I'm sitting at the table with the devil himself, right? Like, so I'm looking at him like, what? Then he proceeds to ask me what my political views are. And I was like, I'm kind of middle of the road, whatever. I'm not finna go there with you. I'm not finna tell you who I voted for. It's like ultimate intrusion of asking somebody who they voted for. So
I never.
It's like, how dare you ask me who I voted for? So I was like, I'm middle of the road, like. he proceeds to tell me that he's a communist. He's like, I'm a communist. I'm like, oh, okay, so I'm with Devil Hitler right here, right?
Well, that'd be a fascist.
A fascist, or whatever.
Learn your history, babe.
Whatever. Anyways, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay. So I'm like, at this point, I'm like, okay, maybe I'm being punked, right? So then he's like, oh, we started talking about what I do for a living, and I was like, I'm a software developer, yada yada yada. So he's like, oh, y'all are those people that are going to destroy the world with your robots. I'm like, this guy is psychotic. So at this point, I'm like, oh my God, I don't think I'm going to make it through this date. I'm like, I don't know if I'm going to make it. And then he's like, so I go to the bathroom and I call my friend Joe and I'm like, hey man, I don't know what I'm gonna do. I'm on a date with Satan. How do I get out of it? You know? And he's just like, man, just leave. And I was like, I can't leave. You know, I'm not gonna leave this guy here. So I go back to the table and I'm talking to him. The last straw, y'all. This is like the straw that broke the camel's back. Is the waitress comes and she gives him his food, and he's like so upset because I think it was like something wrong with his burger, like something was wrong with his food, and he's like going off on the waitress. There is nothing more irritating than when you are rude to like the wait staff. It's like these people are bringing you your food, like that, like. And he was like, "Oh, she not gonna get no tip. How you not gonna tip her? That's how she make her living." Yeah. You know, so that's when it was like, "Oh no, I gotta go." So then we finished eating, and now mental note, side note, the whole time we're sitting at dinner, there's this black couple sitting across from us, right? Just remember that. So we finished, and he's like, "Okay, let's go play some games." And I was like, "Oh, okay, whatever." I'm like, "Man, I gotta get through a whole night of games with this guy." So he's like, "I gotta use the restroom." So I'm like, "Bet." You know what I'm saying? I'm like, "That's my opportunity." So I'm like, "Oh, I gotta use the restroom too." So he goes, as soon as he walks into the bathroom, I look, as soon as he breaks the corner, I start booking it. I'm running through Dave & Buster's, heading towards the exit. People are yelling. They're like, "Slow down." You know, no running in Dave & Buster's. I'm like, whatever, you know. And so as I'm running through the parking lot, the black couple that was sitting across from us literally is dying laughing. Like, they are watching me run through the parking lot, and they're like, "Look at her running, run, girl." Because they had seen us on the date the whole night, and they could tell, I think they could tell like how like strained I was on the date. So yeah, and he was like blowing me up. I ended up blocking him.
Jeez.
Like, it was horrible. That was hands down the word. I almost feel like I was being punked. Either that or he was trying to like sabotage the date. I don't know. But there's no way. Yeah.
I don't know, but how that did go, I feel like he must have gotten punked.
You think I was getting punked?
Yeah, it must have been. Like I don't know, maybe, but the people like that could be existing, you know? Like, I don't know what his issue may be.
That was horrible. I was like, I swore he was going to try to kidnap me and kill me. Y'all was gonna find me in the bushes.
He's a Satanist. It sounds like he was trying to get a sacrifice.
I know, right? But yeah, that was my worst date. And so when I
can only imagine him finding the person that he's meant to be with. Like, "You're a Satanist too?"
I also am a communist.
It almost seems like it kind of contradicts each other. Almost like you're for the people, but you're for Satan.
Yeah, you're right. A communist Satanist. How does that work?
Yeah. It just does, you know? It's like peanut butter and chocolate.
So what would you say your worst date is?
I would say, so here in San Antonio, we have at First Friday type of events where we do pub runs, right? We dress up in costumes and we go out, we go to 12 bars and like, you know, just have a good time. And so, I think I might have mentioned this in the previous video. And like, at one point, so I agreed to go out to this pub run with this girl, right? And so we meet up at pub run. The first bar was Pat O'Brien's. And like, so we're there, we're having a good time. And then so, the whole time I'm there, it's like I don't exist somehow. Like, we met up and talked like for a short period of time, and then she's out partying with literally everybody else. I spent more time with her friends that night than I did with her. And like, she's going off every like 5 minutes to go dance or do something with somebody else. And like, I'm like, okay. And like, so the night ends eventually. I might add, like, we didn't really do pub run. We went to Pat O'Brien's, and then I think we swept to this dance club. What was it? Not Leaping Lizards, the Kremlin.
Oh.
We went to that dance club, and that's as far as we went to the pub run. There's 12 stops, we went to 2. It was even the right order. And like, so to make matters even worse, after all this girl ends up leaving on piggybacking on some other dude. As I was like, oh, okay, I guess I'm going home for the night. Bye. And so I just went home from that point, and like, felt kind of miserable. And like me being the glutton for punishment, like she eventually calls me up. No, not really calls me up. We text. And like, and so we're talking, right? And like, I don't know. Somehow I convinced this girl to go on another date with me, and that kind of turns terrible too, because like, so we went to go see the movie, right? And like the whole time, it just seems like she did not want to be there at all. Like she was just sitting there, like, like it's like, oh, do you want to get some candy? It's like, some refreshments. Like you said, like, nope, and like, like didn't seem to interest in the movie.
Wait, she didn't even want any like popcorn or like no candy or nothing?
Yeah, nothing.
Then why go on a date with somebody?
I don't know. I think she felt guilty because she knew she did me wrong. Yeah, so like, we had the date, the date ends, and like she's like practically booking it out of there. Like just like she's like, oh, I gotta meet my friends, I gotta hurry up and go. It's like, okay, good seeing you, I guess. And like she left. And after this, she still continues to talk to me, and like it's kind of weird because like all she does is she will talk to me, and like she'll talk about Game of Thrones because I was very much into Game of Thrones. And like, that's all we would talk about. If I ever tried to steer the conversation, like, okay, maybe we can, go out on another date or something. Like it would just like not work out somehow. Like, so eventually I ended up ghosting her because like it's like I don't need a Game of Thrones buddy, like, like I don't need someone to talk about Game of Thrones. Find someone else if that's what you want. So yeah, like that was probably one of my worst ones. I mean, another one actually is obviously on the day there's quite a few of them. Yeah. Is like this girl I'd been kind of seeing her for a while, and like the whole thing was just so irksome. Like it was like very weird. Like at one point we were at a bar, and like so just by chance some of my friends from work had come by, and like I go to like introduce her, like, hey, this is so and so. And like the minute like I'm talking to my friend and like about to introduce her, she like kind of like walks off. Yeah,
like she was married.
That's what I'm thinking. Like she must have been married or something. I don't know.
Married. She was just like, oh, I don't want anybody to see.
Yeah, like she walks off. It was really weird. And like I think she ended up leaving early that night, so I ended up hanging out, have a good time with my friends from work. And fast forward, so some friends of mine, we originally I was going to go on a date with her. And then another friend of mine, she suggested like, why don't we go to a double date? We went to this fancy place called the Chart House.
Oh, good over here.
Very good.
Okay.
Chart House. It's a rotating restaurant right here in San Antonio. My friend who was a psychology major, she had also an online date from like who was also, I think he was a psychology PhD actually, and the girl I was with, or not really with, but going with, was also a psychology major. She was actually I believe a major in the Air Force, or might have been captain, but like she had a PhD or master, one of the two. But we started the dinner right, and like she had got some wine and going well. Let me check. Should still be recording. Yeah, it's right there. Yeah. But she had some wine, and she, once again, it just seems like somehow she does not want to be here on this double date for some reason.
You always get people that don't want to be on dates, so why not just not
I
on a date?
understand, yeah. Like, I think it's just because, like, at the last minute we changed it to a double date, and this goes back to she was probably married or something like that. Because, like, she was just not having it. She sat through the dinner and she looked miserable. Like the guy who was also a PhD in psychology. Like anytime he said something, she would like make snide comments and like just really down talk this guy for some reason. And the whole time, like she had gotten a glass of wine. This is the most memorable part. It's like she got the glass of wine and she was just like keep on swirling the glass all entire night. And as the night went on, it just got deeper and deeper. Like she's like the fact that she's like, are you going to spill your wine?
Vigorously.
Yeah. I should drink more and more. And like, so the date was over, and like, she was just quick to like, I'm gonna get out of here, go see I have some friends downtown or something. Yeah, so like, I don't know, like.
Well, she probably wanted a free meal at Chart House. Chart House is a nice restaurant.
I don't think it was. I think she would have been fine if it was just us. Like I said, I think she was married. That was the thing. Because like the whole thing just screams of like, this is really weird.
Like I don't want to be on a date with anybody but you.
Like this is over like a month, and like like at one point we went on a date to a place called Acadiana. It was a Cajun restaurant, and like right after it's like I go in for a kiss. She's like I get snubbed essentially.
Hit her with the
and then like the conversation goes and like she has to go home. She says she has to go home to put a table together, a table. And so like okay, and like. And so then I told her I'm gonna go see a movie, which I do. I go see a movie because I go see movies on my own because I don't think it's a big thing. So I go to see the movie, and she texts me during the movie. Oh, what are you doing? I was like, oh, I'm in the movie, and like she almost seemed surprised that I went without her. Like
I told you,
I'm like, what happened to your table? So yeah, like that's just one of a few stories that just didn't work very well.
So would you recommend online dating to people?
I wouldn't say necessarily recommend, but unfortunately, that's like the only way. Like.
Not the only way.
Well, it's the only reasonable way. I mean, you can want to either meet people at random places like bookstores or grocery stores, whatever. If you're bold enough to go up and talk to random strangers all the time, or you can go to more expected places where people go and talk to people, like clubs and everything, but I'm not a big fan of that. I mean, you can't really have a conversation in a club.
Yeah, you can't talk to them. I never understand why people meet people in clubs.
Yeah.
Like, don't marry somebody you met in a club.
Exactly. Or a bar.
Like, don't do it. Don't do it to yourself.
Don't get me wrong, you can probably meet someone good there, but the odds are pretty low.
Yeah. Well, you know what? I go to bars.
Have you ever met and had a serious relationship with someone in a bar?
No. If you want to meet somebody, meet them at like Target, Target, or like Walmart.
Meet them furniture shopping.
Yeah, or like a
Maybe not furniture shopping. They're married couples then.
Yeah. At like
grocery store.
Yeah, like a Publix or a Whole Foods, maybe a library.
Well, you can't meet someone at Super Target. Like you're gonna be up, sedity about it.
I don't know. That's the sedity people at Target. But so how's it looked like it was good. You finishing it?
Yeah. I would say it's definitely good. So, the syrup is really good. They have this like cream cheese topping that's really good. The pancakes I think were good, but they're made up for by all the extra toppings. Like they had the cream cheese topping, they had some extra little blueberries, powdered sugar. So they made up for it.
So I didn't even taste the biscuit. So the catfish and grits was actually really good. Like that catfish was seasoned to perfection, like for real. Normally I need like some hot sauce or something on my catfish. No, this one didn't need anything on it. Like that, yeah, that catfish was good. The grits was probably the best cooked grits I've had in Texas. And that's saying a lot, because in Alabama we are very particular about our grits. Those are good grits. And I think they have to put like some kind of cheese in it or something. I don't know what. It tastes like they put some kind of cheese in it, but it's really good. I would definitely recommend the catfish and grits. That's really good.
I don't know, like I'd say about moderate for the Carolina hotcakes. Like they're not bad, but it really depends on your taste. Like I enjoy blueberry, but I think their blueberry is a little more tart, so it kind of takes away from it a little bit. But that really depends on your taste preference on regarding blueberries.
Yeah. But yeah, it's definitely as far as the restaurant goes, it's kind of small. So I would say if you're gonna eat here, get here early because it is a small place. It's very like
not too early though, because apparently they don't open till 9.
Yeah, that was a negative I would say about this place. We got here at what, like 8:30, and they don't open till 9. I've never seen a breakfast place that don't open till 9. It's like most breakfast places open at like at least 8. Most places open at like 7 because if all you do is breakfast, then open at 7.
It's probably just the area. Like maybe there's not enough people in this area who open that early.
Maybe, but we weren't the only people outside waiting. It was us and there was a car. It was like 2 other cars that were waiting for them to open. If you have customers waiting for you to open, that probably should be a sign you should open early.
True, but it also it determines how many people are waiting for you open.
Yeah.
Is it worth opening an extra hour early for 6 people?
Yeah. Yeah. But they don't open till 9, so I would probably say that to me that's a little like negative, and the place is really small, so it's not.
They'll fill quick. Yeah.
Yeah, it fills up. The building's gonna fill up quick because.
They do have some outside seating though, so I mean, depending on the day, it might be good to go outside.
But the food is definitely good. The food is good. The food is good. The atmosphere is good. As you can see behind us, there's like TVs. They have a bar, stuff like that. Pretty good vibe.
Yeah. Maybe next time we'll try the chicken and waffles.
Yeah, maybe. But yeah. So I think that's it. Make sure you comment. Let us know your worst date, or tell us how you met your significant other and how you feel about online dating, since that's the new way of meeting people nowadays. But what's crazy is most people are ashamed, or they don't like telling people they met online. They're like, I don't want to tell people
Especially
I met
depending on the
online.
site, like I almost feel like you wouldn't mind telling someone you heard me. It's kind of weird when you say you met on Tinder.
We met on Tinder because most people hook up on Tinder, but we actually got married.
Yeah.
We didn't even hook up. So
Well, we did hook up at some point, baby.
Yeah, we hooked up at some
But it was
point.
in a normal, pace, not like the first date or anything.
it wasn't like, oh, swipe right, we did hook up. No.
Yeah, I mean, we have evidence of our hookup right there, but he's right off camera. But
Yeah, our son is off camera yet again. Say hey, Malcolm. But so make sure you comment, tell us what you think about the video, and tell us your worst dates, how you met your significant other, and then like, subscribe, and then also ring the bell so you can get alerts for when we post a new video. But thank you guys for tuning in today. Bye.
Bye.